guys, welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. So, welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. I have to tell you, I've been on here talking and my video wasn't even done. So I talked about 15 minutes and I'm just like, how long have I been on here? And I'm like, oh man, I didn't even press the next button. So that's kind of a little repercussion of kind of being straight out yesterday for like 20 hours straight between traveling and, prepping and then getting to the event that we did. So, hey, welcome. And if you are new to the program, what we do is we create with all recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it's our way to give the earth a little hug. And if you're new to the channel, if you're coming back, I thank you for coming back. Now, I did want to jump on here. I am tired, you can tell. But I really wanted to jump on here and I wanted to share with all the aspiring designers out there and artisans who are thinking of doing something like this. I kind of wanted to give you a rundown of what the day looked like. And just like the logistics of it, and I will tell you right now, the vibe flowed. Everybody was in their zone, but connecting. I find that extremely rare. That is rare, and I'm going to tell you why. As an artist in the artist communities, many artists are like this. And there's no energy for them to connect. Let me tell you, I always have that energy to connect. And I'm always looking for a laugh or, just to be in the moment and being really enjoy it. Well, my whole group was like that of models, but all the other groups were like, it was exceptional. It was an exceptionally positive, beautiful experience, I have to tell you. So the logistics were that the designers showed up first. So then you were able to choose your spot. Okay, and you're able to get all of your garments ready. So the designers were there. Very shortly after, hi, how are you this morning? Happy Saturday, by the way. So then shortly after that, the models started to show up. And you wanted the models there, if you could get them, at least a couple of hours before they were supposed to get into their show garments. And that is exactly what happened. So you were able to go around as a designer and you were able, thank you, I'm having a great day because I'm on here sharing with you. So the designers went and they showed the stage. We were able to walk with our models, talk to our models, talk about what we thought might be a good place to turn and how to turn. And then it also gave us time. If you needed, the major thing would be for a designer and the model getting there early is if you had to do a major alteration. So I did not have to do any major alterations. So we were able, because I had the privilege of meeting and pre-fitting my models like a week before. And I was focusing in on that, looking for that opportunity, and it really made a huge difference because the alterations I did were significant in that, were definitely significant. However, they weren't an issue on the day, on yesterday, because they were done. So anything from there, I'd be awful close if there were any issues. So it would be minor, right? So that was, that worked out really well. But it gave us time. It gave the models time to become familiar with their outfits, to get the feel of walking in their outfits, how they want their outfits to fit, if they felt right, if we needed to make any alterations in that way. So as a designer, if you're interested and you're like, I want to do something like that, but I'm going to be honest, I'm afraid that if it's a major catastrophe. So a couple of things I would say to that. Pre-fit the models is my, and the way to do that, in my opinion, this is if you can't like meet the model and models at the venue and talk with them and fit them. If you can't do it that way, guess what? You have their measures. So because you get their measures, believe me, you're not going to have a major alteration at that time. You will not. You will be close. And I would say err on the side of it being large, or where you can at least, if it's small, let it out. And this is what I did. I'm like, I really am having a problem thinking these straps are going to be too high in the back. They're going to be too low in the front. They're going to be too loose here. So I said, you know what? I'm making them adjustable. And let's see if I have it here. I still have to unpack things, to be honest with you. And I will, and then I'll go over some things again with you. No, I do not have, anyway, I will show you the little straps that I had gotten at, here they are, is this one? Yeah. I had gotten these, a bunch of them, for like $1 at the thrift shop like a long time ago. I'm going to tell you, I had not a clue. I'm talking a year or two ago. I kept them in my little drawer, little plastic, thingies. Had not a clue. I didn't even know what they were, really. I thought, okay, maybe they're a little belt buckle if you put them like this. That's, in my opinion, what these are. These are faux leather. These are not real. But they're thin. They're not really thick. But look at the nice little, you could weave something in there for sure. You could even use these as a little wall hanging. There's so many things you could do with these. But guess what? Because I had them, and I had bought them long ago, I'm like, I was trying different things, and I kept thinking, if I could make, I was thinking of using, first of all, I was thinking of using one of these little D rings to kind of make an adjustable strap. But I didn't have a second one of these because I've used these on my saddle blankets for my needle felted bears that I make. So on the blanket, so I only had one, and I needed 4. I needed 4 for the 2 garments. So in my mind, I started to, I can make one. You know what I mean? This is what I was thinking. And I'm like, oh my God, I have these. So so I sewed these on the garment. I didn't just whip them on. I was being very careful about the measures and knowing their sizes. And so I sewed them on like that. And when I get my garments unpacked, I'll show you. But, and I made adjustable straps. It made a huge difference, okay? They were able to pull that strap, and then we were able to knot it a few times, and they were comfortable. And the hemming that I did, that I was sharing with you, I did in a shibori manipulation, and then just a little bit pull up, fold it up at the bottom. Worked beautifully. It worked beautifully. And I'll share that more with you too. So, look, as an artist, you are nervous. You're like, okay, do I want to get like into something that I don't really know about and ruin my routine? Yes, you do. In my opinion, because you know why? When you put just a little bit more in a different way on your plate as an artist, you're growing, okay? You're growing. So anyway, we had time to, and the models had time to kind of, joke around with each other, get used to being in their outfits, talk about their outfits. And there were a few different things that were going on. I'm going to share with you. One of the models, she wasn't, she was trying to figure out how to be comfortable in her wrap. And so she was able to ask each of us, what do you think? How does this look? How does this look? And I'm like, well, how does it feel? Because that would be most important. How does it feel? And so we were able to have these conversations back and forth, like all of us, and everybody was able to give their opinion and what they thought. So by the end, this particular model in particular was like, she was owning it. Like she knew what made her comfy in that wrap. And then another model was like when we were in the back, because the models have to stay hidden. You cannot be out in the audience. That is a number one rule. You cannot. Because when you come out, it's like a surprise. You know what I mean? It's like a gift to the audience. So if they see you beforehand, you like unwrap the gift. You know what I'm saying? So what the models were doing is they were holding up a mirror. Okay, so they could see when they were walking, and they were, so because they couldn't be out there practicing walking, so they were walking, practicing walking in backstage in the back. So where we were, and holding up the mirror for each other. I thought that was ingenious because we didn't have any mirrors. Okay. So that's the other thing you have to realize. Some of the venues, as an artist that you're going to be involved in or participating in, may be very humble. And that's because, you're dealing with either a nonprofit organization or volunteers or something's going on like that. There's not tons of money to go out there and rent a stage and, with the air condition. And, but we did have a breeze. We didn't have the air, but we did have a breeze. And we did have a fan. So we were lucky, and it wasn't too hot. It was hot. It was hot, but for a little bit, like increments were hot. But we had loads of fun. Now, the other thing that was a lot of fun is that we were able to coordinate a time to kind of, as you know, this was a community event. So it was called the Art Hop here in Burlington, Vermont. So there were lots of things going on outside of our building. So the models were able to disrobe, okay, and then go out and get something to eat, get something to drink. And we were lucky enough that we have what they call Speeders and Earl coffee shop right next to us. I was really tempted to get what they call a cherry bomb. Oh, this is so good. It's two shots of espresso, but when I get it, I get one shot. It is in the foam. But I didn't get it because it would have, I was super tired, and I would have had to be very careful not to get a headache. I could have gotten, for me, that would have maybe triggered a headache with all of the things I was doing. So I just kind of stayed with water and just hydrated, and it was super fun. And then one of the models came in with actually some food to share with me. So I thought that was so nice. And that was the kind of sisterhood and brotherhood that was going on there. People were just so mindful and kind. And I know that sounds cheesy, but let me tell you, when you're in an event like that and you as an artist are tired yourself, you totally appreciate a smile or a comment or a joke. You love it. It can keep you going for the next couple of hours. But anyway, so it was loads of fun. There were some coordinators there who absolutely were working their tails off. And they were maintaining not only professionalism, but just a real connection. I was totally impressed. And you know, this is like my life work as an HR manager. I was always taught managers how to connect. And I mean, to just see that in just such a natural, beautiful way was a blessing. So I had lots of fun. And so guess what? We've got a lot of great projects ahead of us. Now, I'm just going to, I want to show you something. Um, okay, so I want to show you something. Oh, I am feeling it today. So hopefully, so anyway, we do have videos. So this last thing I want to say about this particular event. I think it was extremely successful. If you're an artist and you're in Vermont, Burlington, and you're in Vermont, and you're interested in becoming more active in your community, look them up. SEABA, SEABA.com. Okay? And this event was STRUT, STRUT. So I think it went beautifully. And now I did take video of the building and what the venue looked like, and I'll be updating you on that video. As I understand it, there is video of the show. And we're, as designers, are going to be gifted with that video. So I will be putting it on YouTube to share. And I hope it's, it's of the show. So now with that said, I want to show you this. This bin, the scarves in this bin are all thrift shop. There might be the few that are my mom's, that were my mom's, that are mine, that will not be in a project but will stay mine. But all of these scarves are thrift shop. I want to show you them because these are phenomenal. These are going on. I want to tell you 3 to 5 years that I've had them. So I have, washed them. I've moved them out of one bin and put them in another bin and folded them and looked at them and, and I've worn them. So what I'm doing now, I need to sip this. Thank you for being with me for a cup of coffee this morning. I hope you're all having a beautiful Saturday, by the way. I need to sip that to get through this. I just want to show you some of them. This is all silk. Look at that. This is all silk. This could be what I would do with this. This is why I've kept it. I would go. Now people nowadays would go, put that on as kind of like a bandana like that. I love that. I love it. I love it. When I was a kid, right? My mom would tie it on like that. You could do that. Why can't you do that? It's a style. That's an old European style. You could do it. But anyway, look at the design. That's silk. Silk. Look at this. This is silk. It's silk. I got a ton of them in here. I just want to show you because I want to make a point after. This is silk. Hi. Yeah, I'm having a beautiful day. This might be 100% cotton. This is huge. You see it? Salamanders. This is gorgeous. You take this, you can wrap it as a scarf, or you can wear it as a shawl. Or you can wear it, again, like that. This is a gorgeous. This is another thrift shop. Is that just too beautiful? This is a blend. This one's look at this. That is a blend. Here's another one. Lightweight cotton. Look at the... So this is the point I'm trying to make. Look at the colors here. I mean, just put these three together, okay? You don't have to even theme these. Like you could if you wanted to, like keep your oranges and yellows, but you can mix them. And guess what? You can, look at this is silk. I'm going to show you two more. I got this silk. This one, this is mine. I had another one here. Here it is. Check this out. These are both silk. But look at these two. This one, I'm going to tell you right now, this one's quite old. This is old. This is thrift shop, like $1. And this is not $1 value scarf, but I got it for $1. But check these two out together. You know, so what I'm going to be doing is just like I did, excuse me, 600 videos ago. You know what? We have over 600 some odd videos on this channel. We have almost 2,000 people. I hope we do get to 2,000. Not because of monetary gains. That's not happening. I'm too carefree to be worried about answering every second to that. But we are going to be working Boro Sashiko with, Boro Sashiko with the shibori manipulation together. So now when you're working with the silk or you're working with a lightweight cotton, you need to have a thin needle with a thin eye. So Sashiko needle would be best for this type of fabrics. So we're going to be putting together, because look, it's been 3 to 5 years that I have this particular bit, and there's even more in here. This is a heavier weight cotton. Excuse me, look at this. Look at this. Is this just lovely? This is like from the 70s. I think it's, at least that's the design. And this one might be a blend. Now, the thing about the blends, the reason why they're wonderful to work with, okay, they are long lasting. Okay, just like your silk, they are. And plus we're preventing from putting them in the landfill, so they're not going to be in the landfill. It's 500 feet high and 27 miles long, breaking down and emitting gases into our ozone. So it will be instead used to create a beautiful garment or a wool hanging to keep your wall warm or to decorate your wall. But look at all of these that I have. And this one, the salamander one, in the winter, I do like this. So this might be one we don't cut up, but we're getting ready to start utilizing these. And a few of these I've chosen is this one, this pink one, and the purple. The pink and the purple. I know for sure we're going to utilize. This one I just love. This is just, I mean, you know, sometimes the design by itself is just priceless. And this is one of those. And if you look closely, it's got primarily blue and a yellow. It does have white in it, but the blue and the yellow pop, like they just stand out. So, anyway, we'll be doing the shibori manipulation. People are interested in it. If you are in Vermont and you're interested and you do want like instruction to a little group, your organization or something like that, let me know. And yes, I am open to that. That is something I'm happy to do, especially organizations that are, nonprofit, and they're trying to get out there and teach new skills. And it is very therapeutic to do so many of these things that I do, right? This here, I had put these beads in here. These are all thrift shop beads. But this is something else that I do. Okay, I make the little baskets, and I either braid them and stitch them together, or just crochet them straight around. A basket that the one of the models was carrying yesterday, that was crocheted and tied. So it was a few different things going on with that one. And so yeah, you can mix your skills and what your methods, and create. So with that, I just wanted to get on here and share with the other artists. Yes, if this is something you're thinking of, especially with sustainable, I do believe sustainable fashion wear, and you also hear the term slow fashion wear. And they may be using organics. So I would say recycled or organics. But that's our future. I believe it needs to be our future. I believe the fast fashion needs, in my opinion, needs to go. They're using chemicals that are not good for the earth. They're not good for the people. They're just not good. Like in short amount of time, you start to feel whatever it is, the synthetics that are in the fibers. So I think the natural fibers are healthier and feel better on the skin. And I think that if we're going to have something like, like this, that's a synthetic or a blend of acrylics or polyester or whatever is in there, that we recycle it, And so anyway, with that, I hope that you have an absolutely beautiful Saturday. Now that this huge event has come to fruition and it was successful, like I said, we'll be sharing videos on it, but going forward very quickly now, I'll be sharing different projects that I am working on and to show you. So if you're trying to do projects of your own, or you want to learn a new skill, I can at least give you an intro, give you the basics, and I am happy to answer any questions that you may have. So with that, I hope that you have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful Saturday, and I'll see you in the next one. I send you love and light, and thank you so much for being with me.